You may have seen the video footage of allegedly 2 drones flying close to the Kremlin last night at around 2:30 a.m., with one appearing to erupt into a fireball as it goes close to or hitting a flagpole. We don't really know anything about this event beyond the video footage, and of course that means that the rumor mill is open and speculations are everywhere. The Kremlin itself has stated that this was an attempt to assassinate the Russian president, Vladimir Putin. This was also now denied by Ukrainian President Zelensky.
We don't attack Putin or Moscow. We fight on our territory.
Others say that this was a false flag operation, also considering the May 9th parade that will happen soon. And then others have put forward the possibility that perhaps this was just a drone enthusiast stirring up some trouble. Let's talk about this very briefly. If this was, as the Kremlin says, a Ukrainian operation in order to assassinate Vladimir Putin, then we have to ask some pertinent questions. And these are, for example, why was this happening at 2:30 a.m.? Why were these drones going towards what appears to be a random dome or flagpole? I doubt Putin's residence is up there, even if that's not the intended target. It seems a bit bizarre. And these 2 small UAVs, if they carry an explosive device, and even if they don't carry an explosive device, have to be launched very close to the Kremlin, which we have to consider the feasibility of this. Then one of them seems to detonate mid-air, at which point that may suggest that somebody was detonated locally, perhaps with a line of sight to the actual drone. Again, that goes into sort of feasibility questions if this was some sort of operation by the Ukrainians. We should also consider what potentially counter UAV systems were doing in this area, because considering that Russia is of course at war with Ukraine, you would expect these counter UAV systems to be in operation around the Kremlin. And then the final question, of course, here is why are there so many cameras filming this and capturing very good footage? You can of course make an argument for static CCTV cameras, but it is not quite sure whether all the footage originates from those. We will of course know more in the future, but from the information that we have right now, which isn't much, it appears somewhat unlikely that the Kremlin's interpretation is correct. It's not impossible, but it just seems improbable. Which of course leaves us with that possibility that this was a false flag, so the Kremlin or forces inside of Russia trying to engineer an event for their own sort of means, or that it was indeed a random person. Sometimes these things happen. A random person, perhaps with some or no real ties to the ongoing conflict, that flew these drones. We will have to wait and see, and if there's new information on this, I will also publish it here. Let me know what your take is on this, and remember of course also to tune in tomorrow for a regular episode. And as always, have a great day and see you in the sky.